Rain fell in thin, sharp lines that night, like the sky wanted to erase the entire city in one cold sweep. Mallory Keene ran anyway, barefoot, drenched, clutching her daughter's stuffed rabbit as if it were a lifeline. She had no plan, no shoes, no phone. She had lost that when Nolan grabbed her wrist hard enough to make the screen crack and her bones shake. She had one thought only: get away. Her lungs burned as she sprinted down the darkened street, hair plastered to her face. She didn't dare look back. If she looked back, she would see the man whose face had once meant safety, now twisted with drunken rage. The man who swore he'd never raise a hand to her but ruined that promise 6 months ago. The man who said, "If you leave me, I swear you won't get far." She had tried anyway. She had packed her daughter Lily's backpack, hidden cash in her bra, waited until Nolan passed out on the couch, and then the floor creaked. A small sound, something so stupid, so human. He woke. He yelled her name. He followed. Now she saw headlights up ahead, low and powerful, coming from a car she didn't recognize. Most people had gone home already. It was late, the rain was heavy, and no one with sense would be out in it. Mallory didn't have sense right now. She had desperation. She stumbled off the sidewalk and straight toward the idling black car at the curb. The windows were tinted too dark to see inside, the kind of car that screamed money, the kind she had only seen in movies or magazines Lily used to cut up for collages. She didn't think. Thinking took time, and time would get her killed. She yanked open the back door and threw herself inside. The warm leather smell wrapped around her like something forbidden. She slammed the door shut and crouched down, breath coming fast and harsh. "Please," she gasped. "Can I hide in your car? Just for a minute? Please." There was a stillness, like the whole vehicle inhaled. Then she heard a voice from the back seat, deep, cold, and controlled. The kind of voice that didn't need to raise itself to be terrifying. "Who are you?" the man asked. "And who are you running from?" Mallory froze. She hadn't seen him when she dove in, too focused on closing the door, on putting one more barrier between her and danger. But now she saw him, sitting in the shadows of the back seat despite the fact that the car seemed large enough to hold an entire meeting room. He was tall even while seated, broad shoulders hidden beneath a tailored suit. His hair was black, cut with expensive precision, his jaw sharp, expression unreadable, and his eyes icy, analyzing her like she was a threat, or maybe a puzzle. Mallory swallowed. My ex. He's drunk. He followed me. I just need time to..." A shout cut through the night. Nolan's voice. Mallory whimpered and ducked lower, hugging the stuffed rabbit against her chest. The man in the suit reached one long finger toward the tinted glass and lowered it an inch. Nolan's steps splashed through puddles as he staggered down the street. "Mallory, you stupid, come out!" His shadow loomed, passing near the car. The man's voice slipped through the darkness. "If I allow you to stay, he will come for the car. For you. For both of us." Mallory shook her head so hard droplets flung off her hair. No, he won't. He won't know I'm here, he swear. I just need..." "Do you think I fear him?" the man asked quietly. Mallory blinked. "I don't know." He raised the window, cutting off the outside world again. "Sit up." She hesitated. "Sit," he repeated. His authority slid over her like cold steel. She obeyed. He studied her face for a long moment. "You are hurt." "I'm fine," she whispered, though her cheek burned where she remembered Nolan's hand connecting. "You are not," he replied. Then he tapped a button on the door panel. "Drive." The car lurched smoothly into motion. Mallory's terror spiked. "Where are you taking me? I just needed to hide. You ran into my car without permission," he said. "That makes your safety my responsibility until I decide otherwise. That's not, I don't mean to be a burden." He turned his head slightly. "What is your name?" She hesitated. It wasn't a complicated question. "Mallory. Mallory Keene. Mallory Keene," he repeated, as if committing it to memory. I am Draven Voss. The name hit her like another shock. Everyone in the city knew that name. Voss, she squeaked. As in Voss Financial? Voss Shipping? Voss Aerospace? He almost looked amused. Almost. Do you know many other men named Draven Voss? Oh God, her palms went slick. I shouldn't be here. I didn't know. I'm sorry, I'll get out. The locks clicked audibly. You will not, he said. Mallory's heart skittered painfully. Draven Voss was not just rich, he was infamous. Stories circulated like urban myths. Cold, ruthless, untouchable. Men owed him favors they couldn't repay. Deals made under his name never fell through. Enemies disappeared from the business world. Some disappeared entirely. And she had jumped into his car like an idiot. He watched her panic with an unreadable expression. You are trembling. I'm not. She was. You think I will hurt you? He asked. I don't know what you'll do. The truth spilled out. I don't know anything about people like you. His voice lowered. People like me? You're powerful. And that alone frightens you. I'm tired and scared. And not thinking straight. Correct. You are not. Silence swelled between them as the car glided through the city streets. Tell me about this ex, Draven said. She closed her eyes. He used to be good. He used to be gentle. Then he lost his job and everything went wrong. He started drinking. Started hurting things. Hurting me. How long? 2 years. Draven's jaw flexed. Your daughter. Her eyes shot open. Lily, she's 4. She's staying with a neighbor tonight, thank God. I didn't want her to see. I didn't want. Her voice broke. She covered her mouth with her hand. Draven didn't touch her, didn't offer comfort. He simply waited until she could breathe again. Why did you not leave sooner, he asked. Mallory let out a hollow, humorless laugh. If leaving were easy, every woman would do it the second someone slammed a door too loud. But real life doesn't work like that. There's money, fear, kids, pride, hope, lies, and the stupid thought that maybe tomorrow will be better. He stared at her like no one ever had, like she was not weak but a code he was deciphering. After a moment he said, You have bruises. She flinched. They are not concealed well. His voice was emotionless, but something dangerous crackled beneath it. Did he leave them tonight? Some tonight, some earlier this week. Draven leaned back, eyes narrowing. If he touches you again, I will end him. Mallory's blood ran cold. Please don't say things like that. Why? Because you think I cannot? His tone sharpened. Or because you think I would? Her mouth went dry. I don't want anyone killed. Even someone who made you beg for a safe place to hide in the rain? Even then, she whispered. His gaze softened by a fraction. You are unusual. That didn't sound like a compliment. Or maybe it was for a man like him. The car slowed. Mallory peered out. This isn't my street. Of course not. She stiffened. You said you'd keep me safe. Yes, he said, which means I will not take you back to the man who intends to harm you. Then where are we going? My home. Mallory's breath caught. No, I can't. I don't know you. I know. He glanced at her without apology. But I know you are safer with me than anywhere else tonight. That's not comforting. It is the truth. The car turned into a driveway guarded by gates taller than a house. Metal, sleek and silent. They opened automatically as the vehicle approached. Mallory pressed her forehead to the cool window. The estate beyond the gates was enormous. Modern architecture mixed with forest. Long driveways lit by low amber ground lights. The kind of home built not for comfort, but for privacy, for security. Her pulse hammered. This is insane, she whispered. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't have gotten in your car. Yet here you are, Draven said. The car stopped beneath a wide stone overhang. Rain fell in sheets around them, but not a drop touched the polished black vehicle. A man in a dark suit opened the door for Draven. Another approached Mallory's side. She shrank back instinctively. Draven's gaze flicked to the guard. No one touches her. She is my guest tonight. Guest. The word didn't ease her. Draven stepped out first. Then he extended a hand out, offering comfort, not demanding obedience, but simply bridging the space between them. Come, Mallory. Her body moved before her mind did. She slipped her hand into his. His grip was warm, steady, unyielding. Inside, the house felt like a museum of glass and stone. Everything was too large, too quiet. A grand staircase swept upward, and hallways stretched like arteries deeper into the mansion. Draven released her hand. Follow me. She hesitated but obeyed. Her wet clothes clung tight to her skin, leaving small droplets on the pristine floor. She felt painfully out of place. Poor, small, fragile. He led her into a softly lit living area where a fire burned behind glass. A woman in a crisp uniform appeared. Bring towels, Draven instructed, and a warm robe. Yes, sir. Mallory shook her head. I don't need. You do, he said. The towels arrived. Mallory held them tightly as she dried her hair with trembling fingers. Draven watched her with unsettling calm. You will stay here for the night. I will make arrangements in the morning. What kind of arrangements? For your protection. For your daughters. Mallory froze. No, you can't. I don't want Lily caught up in whatever this is. I do not intend to harm her. His voice dropped lower. But if your ex followed you once, he will do so again. And next time the outcome could be far worse. She looked away, throat tight. Draven stepped closer. I am offering you safety, nothing more. Why? She whispered. Why would a man like you help someone like me? His expression shifted just a flicker, a fracture in the ice. Because once, he said, my mother needed a place to hide. Mallory's heart squeezed. She did not find one. His voice was quiet, dangerous for a new reason. And people who needed to step in did not. She swallowed hard. Draven. He looked at her like the memory was razor wire wrapped around his soul. Then he exhaled once, erasing the emotion. You will stay, he said simply. Mallory wrapped the robe around her shaking body. A question formed on her lips before she could stop it. And tomorrow? What then? He stepped forward, close enough that she had to tilt her head to keep his eyes in view. Tomorrow, he said slowly, your ex will learn what it means to fear someone who fears nothing. She stared at him, and for the first time since she'd run barefoot through the rain, she didn't feel hunted. She felt protected. Against her will, her body relaxed by an inch. Draven watched the movement with quiet triumph. Get some rest, he said, turning away. There is a guest room prepared for you. Mallory didn't move. Draven. He paused. She swallowed hard. Thank you. He didn't smile. She didn't think he knew how to. But something softened in the line of his shoulders. You are safe now, Mallory Keene, he said. I give you my word. His word felt heavier than iron. Mallory followed the housekeeper down the hall. The guest room was larger than her entire apartment. The bed looked like a cloud. The balcony overlooked the storm, which had calmed to a steady drizzle. She toweled her hair, changed into the robe, then crawled into the bed, with Lily's stuffed rabbit pressed against her chest. She expected tears to come, but they didn't. She was empty, tired down to her bones. Her last thought before sleep took her was strange, impossible, foolish. What kind of man is Draven Voss beneath that armor? And why does it feel like my whole life shifted tonight? Draven stood outside her door long after she fell asleep. He listened to the silence of the house, the echo of her trembling voice still carved into him. You are safe. He rarely promised anything, but for her, he found himself willing to enforce that promise with fire if necessary. He walked away only when the storm stopped completely, Tomorrow, he thought, her ex would come looking. Tomorrow, Draven Voss would be ready. And God help the man who dared to lay another hand on Mallory Keene. If you want, I can write part 2, expand this into a full novel, or adjust tone, romance, suspense.